If you're a new mom, this video is for you. Whether your baby is colicky and fussy, maybe they need help because they're having a lot of fevers, or they're not falling asleep and soothing themselves at night, or maybe you just want to have the best milk supply possible. Now, this best hack has to do with one thing that affects all of these, even though they seem like separate categories. The way they're connected has to do with your nervous system and baby's nervous system. You have likely noticed this if you're holding your baby and you give them to someone else when they go from perfectly content to suddenly crying and fussy. Or you've noticed your baby can sense if they're being held by someone who they themselves are stressed. It's one of the reasons skin to skin is so important, is because it has to do with your baby's nervous system depends on your nervous system to regulate and grow and develop. You see, when a baby is born, their nervous system is purposefully underdeveloped and it needs others to regulate off of. So the strategy that we're going to talk about in this video is called co-regulation. When a newborn is developing their brain and their nervous system, it is an incredible 1 million neurological connections happening every second. And this incredible growth of their brain and nervous system is continuing through their first 3 years of life really robustly, really fast. And the thing with this is when their nervous system is growing and developing, it's learning how to respond to things in the world. It has two main modes. There's the gas pedal mode, which is the fight, flight, the go, go, go system. And then it has the brake pedal mode. This is rest, digest, and sleep. So obviously with a newborn baby, we want as much brake pedal mode as possible. Their job, eat, sleep, poop, and of course, look cute. But the thing is, brake pedal mode allows eat, sleep, and poop to happen. And if baby's nervous system is feeling stressed, feeling revved up because they're in gas pedal mode, that's where colic comes into play. That's where they're going to have tighter muscles, more difficulty latching. If they don't relax, they're going to stay revved up and need a lot of help falling asleep at night. So, co regulation means that baby's nervous system is feeding off of your nervous system. And you've probably heard of something called mirror neurons. This is a more common example at a more easy to see level when it comes to co-regulation. And it's a little bit different, but I'm going to use the example here. So mirror neurons are when a baby is watching someone else, they're learning how to interact and how to do things in the world. The most classic example is learning how to feed themselves. I remember when my son was young, I could pick up a carrot, open my mouth and take a bite. And as I'm opening my mouth, my son is opening his mouth, even though there's no food coming near it, because his brain and his vision is mirroring what I'm doing. When it comes to a deeper level within the nervous system, there's also this mirroring going on. And this is where co-regulation comes into play, because a baby's nervous system is going to mirror whose ever other nervous system they are near, which is primarily mom early on in life. Here, an example, you've probably recognized this as a parent. If you're in a room and someone comes in and all of a sudden you feel tension in the room, you feel yourself stiffen and suddenly your heart starts to speed up. You feel nervous, you feel anxious, you feel worried or stressed simply by someone else entering the room. The state that their body's in is now causing your nervous system to shift and to change, even before they said anything. On the flip side, maybe someone comes in the room that you're excited to see, and you feel yourself becoming happy and excited and joyful simply by being around this other person's presence. So, our nervous systems are designed to intricately pick up on things in the environment. What this means for your baby is they're picking up on the state of your nervous system as a mom. So if you're feeling stressed or anxious and your nervous system is holding more tension, when baby's near you, they're going to pick up on that tension. So we often find that a colicky baby, if mom is able to calm and ground herself, suddenly baby starts to be able to be more calm and grounded. If mom's calm and grounded, baby can latch and nurse better. That allows milk production. If mom is calm and grounded, baby can go into a soothed, safe, peaceful mode to fall asleep at night. So when mom is calm and grounded, baby's brake pedal becomes more accessible. Now, this is one of the reasons that skin to skin is so important, is because one, it's putting very intimate, close connection to mom. Because skin to skin, now they're really deeply feeling mom's nervous system. And two, it's providing a lot of sensory safety for baby. Because when a baby's first born, they're gone from being in mom's belly and nice and protected and safe to now going out into the world with new lights and new sounds, new textures, and new things that their nervous system has to experience. So, skin to skin allows this sort of like bundling safety to take place. What we see can throw the nervous system of both mom and baby off happens very early on. If pregnancy was difficult, as an example, maybe conception was tough, or there was a lot of monitoring, a lot of ultrasounds, or worries. We just had a mom who's pregnant with her second baby. She was in earlier this week and said, yeah, they did an anatomy test and they're afraid there's too much fluid around baby's brain. And who knows what that's going to lead to. Maybe baby's perfectly fine, or maybe there is a developmental concern. But either way, right now, mom's nervous system is way more stressed than it was before that test. So if you've had lots of monitoring, that can start to rev things up. In my wife's case, when she was 34 weeks, she fell, broke her ankle, needed a surgery with 2 plates, 9 screws, 9 pins, and it was a tremendous amount of stress that was added to her body. So early on, we're looking at pregnancy. The next piece is labor and delivery. If there's induction, C-section, vacuum forceps, stalled labor, really long labor, those things can add a lot of stress to baby's nervous system because there tends to be a lot of stress with those on baby's head, neck, and upper part of their nervous system. This is the grand central station to get their nervous system into a calm state because the brake pedal nerve, the vagus nerve, actually comes from the brainstem and it's most impacted by the upper neck. So if anything is stressed with labor and delivery, we often find a lot of stress when we do our scans in this part of baby's nervous system, which starts to amplify gas pedal and decrease their ability to activate their brake pedal. So those are some things that we're looking for in our office. And what we often see then is when we really want baby to thrive is it's not just about baby, but it's about mom too. And that's why we are a family practice, is what we find is when, yes, baby's adjusted and mom's adjusted, we're supporting both of their nervous systems at the same time. And now we're allowing both of them to get into a healing state, a grounded, calm, more regulated state internally. And now baby can really feed off of mom in a positive way. And there's a video we share in our office with all of these metronomes where someone goes and starts clicking them all and starting them all. And there's 20 or 30 of them that all start at a different time. So they're all going tick, 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 and they're all random. But within a couple minutes, all of them become in sync. So what that is a perfect example of how whatever one was leading the way, suddenly others start to sync up with it. And the more that sync up with it, now draw the other ones in. So this is exactly what we see in families. When the household has a regulated nervous system, when the leader of the house has a grounded nervous system, it allows other family members to ground and connect as well. So if that resonates, if you do have any more questions, please reach out, shoot us a message, give us a call. We're here for you, and we love to support families in growing healthy together through a regulated nervous system.